And what we're going to do to kind of learn this and get the foundation of ghost notes, once again, before we move on to applying them in a bit more of a complex way, we're going to use the timing grid once again. All right, we're going to do this in two different ways. First, we're going to play the timing grid exactly how you see it on the notation. So I've been providing the timing grid with every lesson, so you can just click on the notation, see the timing grid, and in this case, we're going to apply it to the left hand. All right, so first I want to play the timing grid. We're going to go pretty slow here too, so slower than we have been going, so you can really see how these ghost notes fit into a groove scenario. I'll play the timing grid with just the left hand because in grooves, if you're a right-handed player and you have a setup like this and you don't play open-handed, with the left hand on the hi-hat, typically your left hand is going to be playing the backbeat and all of the snare parts, including the ghost notes. If you play open-handed, it would just be the opposite. You'd use your right hand. But I'm going to play the timing grid with my left hand and just go through the exercise for you. And notice how soft I play. This is important for today's lesson. I'm going to play the entire timing grid at a very low volume, at ghosted, unaccented notes, just a couple inches above the head. So here's that example. We're going to do this at 70 beats per minute. All right, so notice I kept the volume very low, just played, an inch or two or three above the head. So that way there's a nice volume contrast between my ghost notes and, in this context, my accented backbeat. Okay, so now we're going to play the same thing, the timing grid, with the left hand as ghost notes, so soft, unaccented notes, but we're going to mix in or apply a groove ostinato just like we've been doing. So if we once again use a very simple groove and I take the snare away, since that's what we're going to play with the timing grid, this is what I'm left with. Eighth notes on the hi-hat, we're going to play beats 1 and 3 with the bass drum. All right, so again, we're going to apply just a very simple groove ostinato just to kind of ease into a groove context when applying these ghost note patterns. All right, so I'll go ahead and play the timing grid with my left hand. So I'll play soft, unaccented ghost notes, and then I will play this simple groove ostinato where we have 8 notes on the hi-hat and beats 1 and 3 on the bass drum. So once again, I kept the ghost notes soft. They were all unaccented notes, played with my left hand. And something, once again, to keep in mind, you want to fight the tendency to also play soft with the bass drum and the hi-hat. You know, it's easy when you're focusing on playing soft with the left hand to want to play soft with your other limbs as well. You need to keep them independent in the sense that, you know, nothing changes with that ostinato pattern. It's as if you're playing a normal groove. So wherever you're at within the timing grid, that ostinato pattern needs to stay consistent.